Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakha HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Brother Azar, you with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha HaKodesh. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, this is just going to be a quick hit. Okay, going to something pretty basic, just getting a few precepts. And of course, it's going into just basically, man, something I seen today. I was pulling up to get a little food at this place, and the person through the microphone, they sounded like it was a guy, but when they came to the window, you could tell that they was one of them rude Paul type of fellas, if you know what I mean. And man, it just kind of was like, all you can really say when you're faced with that is Babylon the Great, man. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, but what can you really do? So I just got a few precepts on perverseness and things of that like. And I'm just gonna, like I said, do a quick basic, lesson. And Lord willing, is edifying. Okay. So let's get it. Let's start here. Isaiah 19:14 says, all right. Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay, and that's what Esau has done to this place. Right. Well, through the spirit, Yahweh has allowed this place, Babylon the Great, okay, to be drunken with these different philosophies. And these different philosophies have been pushed across the world, man. You see the philosophies of E, okay, of the philosophies that E has popularized, be pushed all over the world, man. And in every facet of culture, particularly the scriptures that warn to the Babylon in Asia or Asia, okay, you have been partaker of the hope of Babylon. All right. And I like to watch anime sometimes. I don't be having a lot of time because be busy. But sometimes to wind down, I will watch anime. And typically what you see is you'll catch a scene of some type of Moism, okay, being pushed on anime. You either get Moism or the crisscrossity transformation type of situation going on in there, okay? Which just proves, that Babylon the Great, is America. America is Babylon the Great, because this place pushes out that vibration very heavy. Okay. Let's get this precept. Jeremiah 51:7 says, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And as it said here, okay, Egypt is erring in every work, okay, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So not only is this place drunk, but it's putting its cup to its neighbor and making its neighbor drunk also. Okay, Habakkuk 2:15 says, woe to him who gives drink to his neighbors, pouring it from the wineskin till they are drunk, so that he can gaze on their naked bodies, which that's another version. But it tells you here, woe unto him, Habakkuk 2:15, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So basically, E has done this with pretty much the whole known world, man. E has influenced the whole known world in the way of wickedness, all right? Proving that this place is spiritually Babylon, okay? As well as Sodom and Egypt, all right? Just based off the precepts. So let's move on, okay? Now that I've pretty much established that, like, I'm going to try to make it quick, all right? Romans 1, okay, and 26, because the Most High ultimately put the Spirit on these people to do these wicked things, all right? It says, for this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use of that which is against nature. Okay, so these vile affections are these, these affections, these alphabet these alphabet affections, okay? Cross mogenation alphabet affections, man. They're inordinate affections, and they're wicked, all right? It's against nature. It's vile, you know, and we get tired of seeing it, man. But ultimately, the curses is coming upon these heathens, all right? And you're seeing more and more of them. I've been seeing a lot more of those couples walking around, man. And a lot, some of them is Jake, a lot of them is Edo, a lot of them is those Edomites, man. Psalms 109:29 says, "Let mine adversary be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion as with a mantle." All right, and the word Babylon means confusion. All right, and this place is a big ball of confusion. It's a big jumbled up ball of shame and confusion. All right, and I'm pretty much getting to the point where I'm gonna wrap it up. And just prove you that this is a vile thing. Let's get this. Let's get this right here, Judges 19. Okay, and this is the book of. This is speaking about who was it? Lot, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Oh no, wait. This is the other story, I believe. It's the Lockett. Okay, Judges 19. So it looks like these men were, they were lodging in the streets. Okay, they were traveling, it looks like. And an old man came and said, "What?" Yeah. They went and they wanted to draw near to one of these places to lodge in Gibeah or Ramah. And they passed on and went by their way, and the sun went down upon them when they were by Gibeah, which belongeth to Benjamin. So they was in the city of Benjamin. I remember this story. And they turned aside thither to go in and lodge in Gibeah. And when he went in, he sat down in the street of the city, where there was no man that took them into his house to lodging. Behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field at even, okay, which was also of Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah. But the men of the place were Benjamites. Okay. When he had lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring man in the street of the city. And the old man said, "Whither goest thou, and whence comest thou?" And he said unto him, "We're passing from Bethlehem, Judah, toward the side of Mount Ephraim. From thence am I, and I went to Bethlehem, Judah, but now I'm going to the house of Yahweh, and there is no man that receiveth me to house. Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for thine handmaid, and for the young man which is with thy servants. There is no want of anything." Okay, so I guess they had a woman with him. And let me continue. And the old man said, "Peace be with thee, howsoever that all thy wants lie upon me, only lodge not in the street." So he brought him into his house and gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet and did eat and drink. Now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, "Bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him." Wow. Okay. So they were doing the same thing that happened in Sodom. Okay. They beat upon the house, and they wanted to sleep with the men. Okay. With the man that came into the house. They wanted to have sex with him. And I met a Benjamite that was like that. Okay. He was like that, man. He started becoming into women, man. When I was in the world, I mean, he got so, let him tell it, he got too over excited about women. And that dude was off, man. You know, I mean, whatever the case, man. Dude was a Benjamite. He was probably one of these Benjamites, man. Verse 23, and the master of the house, went out unto them and said unto them, "Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly, seeing that this man is come into mine house. Do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them will I bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But this man do not so vile a thing." You see, it was a vile thing to do this, man. But the men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her. and abused her all night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. You see? And they basically popped her to death, man. Those fucking wicked niggas. But, you know, this is the type of stuff that's coming back to this place, you know. Incontinency, meaning lack of self-control. All right. And just pure folly, man. Nahum 3. And, let me see here. Yeah, Nahum 3. And I'll just read. I'll start at verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Okay. And that's what's going on here in Babylon the Great, man. The prey, which is the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We ain't departing. We still here. We still, you know, pretty much the lowest of society doing the slave work. Okay. I'm going to get to the point of verse 4. It says, because, okay, of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. In this place, America, Babylon the Great is being exposed for the shame that is here. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile. And I will set thee as a gazing stock. Okay, so the Most High is making this place despised, making this place exposed for the wickedness that goes on here, man. And these other nations don't like it. Most of the other nations don't like it, man. You see? Spiritually, this is, you know, going into America, Babylon the Great. But during that time, it was speaking about Nineveh. Okay? I just saw the Elder Apostle Ramlive going too. Oh, I ain't even finished it. I guess I didn't read that part. I did, but I wanted to go back to this, I guess. Jeremiah 51:7. Through the Spirit, Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Okay? Now let's see what this word mad is, because the Elder Apostle Elder Apostle Ramla went into this. Jeremiah 51. And let's see if it's the same word. Then I'm going to wrap it up. Jeremiah 51. And 7. Okay. Halal, mad, just to boast, to be praised, but it also says to act madly, to act like a madman. Okay. Mad against, to act like a madman. Let's see if it's some more. Boastful. That's a lot of definitions on this one. To act madly or like a madman. He acted like a madman in their hands. Okay. See? So the other nations have gone crazy. They all drunken with this bullshit, you know. That's why it said, woe unto them that put, you know, to his neighbor, cause of him to drink, that he may look upon his nakedness. That's what the Edomites have done. Was it 3 or was it 2? Might have been 2. See? Now, Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. He said he shall reveal their skirt upon their face, right? The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. And you know, the cup of Yahweh's right hand, okay, the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, okay, through the hand of Yahweh Shai, who is his right hand man. He sit upon the right hand of the Father, right? So the cup of the fury that's contained within Yahweh Shai is going to come upon America, Babylon the Great. All right, but these nations are drunk, okay, with this, you know, with this bottle, this philosophy of America Babylon the Great. Salakia. So, Lord willing, that lesson was edifying. I didn't really have a topic for real, just a thought of something that happened when I was out, and I tried to go in on it through the Spirit. So, Lord willing, like I said, once again, that was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, say shalom, blah, 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 blah. Shalom.